Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to another reading, Leo. This will be your reading for April, for wherever you have Leo in your chart. Let's get right into your reading. It's good to see you guys again. So as you guys know, we're going to start with the overall energy and we'll talk about what's to come for the remainder of the month. I hope that Aries season has been good to you thus far. Overall energy, we got the King of Swords. So Leo, I'm getting like a lot of plan of action energy with this card coming out for you. I think that you are the you are the facilitator. You are the there is no misinterpretation of what your intentions are. I think that you're very clear about what you want. You're very clear about what something is. You're very clear about what something isn't. And I think that you are, it's like you don't have any time to waste when it comes to getting your point across. I feel like you guys are just you're not really playing with people this month. That King of Swords energy, that Libra energy is what you're in right now. Seven of Cups in reverse. So as we said, you are very clear. There is no confusion. I think that's why this card is coming out in reverse. I think that you are you know what you want. You know what you want, you know what you don't want, you know what's working, you know what isn't working. I just think that there's so much that you've learned about how things are not supposed to be, about what's not working, and I just think that your tolerance for those things that aren't working is at an all-time low. I think there's one turned over here. My mistake. But I like this King of Swords energy for you. This tells me that the decisions that you're making them from a place of reason. There's a lot of very sound logic with you, especially where business is concerned. I'm getting business is good, also business is business. It's very straightforward. It's very fair. To you, maybe, but I don't think everybody sees it that way. Some of you might be winning a court case of some kind, or winning some kind of argument. Seven of Wands, or seven. I keep wanting to say the Seven of Wands in reverse. I think that you're breaking through defenses. You're breaking down walls. You're breaking down barriers. You're building bridges, Leo. I'm also getting breaker of chains. There could be a lot of Game of Thrones fans out there. I can do bad all by myself. You guys don't need anybody to tell you what to do. Contrary to how you may feel sometimes, you don't really need anyone else's input. There's a lot of independence here. But it's like at the same time, it's not like you are, That's the truth, Leo. You don't need people just as you don't need people or their opinion or their input as much as you think you might. I think that there's it's like at your core, in your spirit, you know what the right thing to do is. For some of you, there's an Aries around. And the energy that I'm getting from this Aries, that I'm getting from this card, especially because it's coming after the Ace of Swords, it's positive. I'm getting saving grace as the energy that's coming through with this. So there could be some male figure. If it's not you that's in the Emperor energy, there could be a male figure of some kind who... There's a lot of integrity here. There's a lot of fairness. There's a lot of justification. The ends are justified by the means, or vice versa. What else is here? Any last messages for Leo? Well, it won't be the last message, just with the tarot, and then we're gonna grab some oracles for you. I love that. All right. So this month, Leo, I think that you guys are making sense of things. I think Aries season is bringing with it a lot of clarity. I think it's bringing a lot of integrity. It's bringing a lot of pride. All those things you value, right? Emphasis on the honesty. I think that there's someone in your life who makes you feel good about the decisions that you're making. And just overall around this time, Aries season for you, I just think that you can take steps confidently. It's like things make sense. That's definitely an understatement. It's like, I just think that you can see through. Some of you may be diagnosing something. Eccentricity and independence. Yes. Being told to get one more, so let's get one more. Flirtation. Okay. Yeah, there is definitely some sexual tension here. I'm looking at that devil card. But it's like there's like a forbidden nature to it. Or off limits, do not enter. Look but don't touch. I wouldn't be surprised if the sexual tension card came out. think we need just one more. Thanks. Okay. Oh yeah. Get to those. One sec. We're gonna take it because it's very appropriate. I'm gonna show you that in a second. Okay. All right. So let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. No, let's talk about April. So overall, I think that there is a 911 may be important. Check that song out as well. 911. It's by Tyler, the Creator. Oh yeah. Call me sometime. So somebody wants you to call them, or you want someone to call you. Okay, it's just there's a lot. There's a lot. Okay, so let's just start from the top. So the overall energy for April, we have the King of Swords, and you're not mincing your words this month. It's like you don't have time for that. You're very sure about what something is and about what something isn't. And I think that there are some who are pleased with the decisions that you're making, and there are others who are not pleased with the decision that you're making because it's not working out in their favor. But it's like what you're choosing to do, what you're saying, how you're acting, how you're moving. It's with the good of the people in mind. I think that you're very concerned with what's objectively good. You're very concerned with what's objectively right. I think that you don't want to repeat certain patterns anymore. You don't want to you don't want to put out the same fires over and over and over again. So somehow, some way this month, it's like you're cracking the code. You're recognizing the pattern, and you diagnose something to the point that you're able to fix it finally once and for all. And it brings about this this type of balance that brings an end to what you may be perceived as some kind of stagnation. I think that you're seeking the approval of other people less, and I don't think that it's something that you always did or felt like you needed to do. I just think that you're valuing your perspective, you're trusting your thought process, you're trusting and believing in your capability, and you're letting what's true guide you. And you're worrying about the fallout afterwards. When you do things from a place of integrity, when you do things from a place of honesty, you can sleep better at night. You're able to live with those decisions, you're able to stand by them. I like that the Aries Libra axis is here in your reading. There's a lot of fire. I just got a notification when I say that, so you could be firing someone. There could be a lot of that going on, especially if you're in a leadership position. I'm also getting setting the record straight, setting someone straight, putting them in their place. There's this energy here of wanting to protect, wanting to preserve what you've built. There's this energy here of being proud of what you built. There's this energy here of you really wanting to make sure that you're getting a return on your investment. I want to talk about the oracles next, and the first one here is eccentricity, and this is Jupiter in Aquarius. Stand by. or excuse me, it's not Jupiter, it's Saturn in Aquarius. Okay. Okay. Now, Saturn Aquarians expand their lives through the disciplined and patient application of their inventive minds to any area that is of interest. They are attracted to new ways of thinking or unusual approaches to traditional systems. Whatever they do in this area, they approach in the same broad-minded, scientific way as if doing research. Because of this nonconformist attitude, Saturn Aquarians can be labeled as eccentric or oddball, although generally they are level-headed and a fund of good advice for colleagues and friends. You know what you're doing. You're trusting your thought process, your decision-making process. This is what we were talking about. There is a danger, however, that the Saturn Aquarian detached view of life can develop into coldness and emotional insensitivity where personal relationships are concerned. And the King of Swords is the overall energy, and that's his whole his whole deal. So there's a warning here to not get carried away with this energy, but it's reading like good energy to be in. People with this planet sign combination may feel that their career can be strongly influenced by knowing important and powerful people. There is also a danger that this could become the sole reason for some friendships, earning them a reputation as a social climber. Be careful when it comes to clout chasing. Positively, this can be an aspect of loyalty and long-term associations in which friends help friends. Certainly, many of the relationships of the Saturn Aquarian will be with much older and more experienced people. When this card is selected in a reading, it can indicate that the questioner is either currently going against expected behavior or would change their fortunes by doing so. Now is the time to forget what others will think. Okay. As this card pertains to events that could potentially take place this month, work with technology such as computers, revolutionary or unusual group activities, a powerful or influential friend, or a radical decision. So lots of really nice confirmation coming with this card. Let's talk about the Independence card next. This is Moon, also in Aquarius. So lots of Aquarian energy so far from these oracles. You could be dealing with one for sure. They are your sister sign, so it stands to reason that you identify with the Aquarian energy quite a bit. You have a lot in common. So, Moon Aquarians require complete freedom of expression for their feelings, coming and going as they please physically and emotionally. Often Aquarians are stubborn or just perverse when others get a little too close and clingy. They switch emotions quickly, from friend to friend and mood to mood. Friendship on a broad level keeps Moon Aquarians emotionally high. This means plenty of friends, plenty of new contacts, and a great deal of conversation. Lasting friendships with women are more than usually important for people with this aspect. And you know, you don't necessarily have to have Moon in Aquarius. This is just the energy that's pertinent to the April read. So you could definitely be embodying this energy, and I think that this is pertinent for you for this month, especially when we're talking about independence. The Aquarian desire for constant contact with others is valued in order to exchange, form, and reform ideas, the bond being more usually with the mind than with the heart. This card describes someone whose feelings and emotions tend to be rationalized and thought over interminably. Moon Aquarius is also traditionally a planet sign combination that indicates an astrologer. Often, when this card occurs in a reading, it shows that the person asking the question is trapped in a mental whirlwind. was I? It indicates a need to let go of emotions and to allow feelings to express themselves without rationalizing them. Be careful with that. It also suggests that the questioner's home will be used in the future for group meetings with some kind of good cause or humanitarian subject. You may be opening your home, you may be hosting in some way, shape, or form. Some kind of unconventional assistance, original ideas brought to bear on a situation or subject, a second opinion canvassed, and interest in astrology. And then lastly, we have the flirtation card, and this is Venus in Sagittarius. You could very well have that placement. Okay. This one, I want to read just the event for this one. A foreign lover or holiday romance that blossoms, a marriage abroad, a light-hearted flirtation just for the adventure. And this oracle that came out for you is fire, passion. So we were picking up on quite a bit of sexual tension here in your reading, and I mean, you do have the Two of Cups here as well. So there is an opportunity this month for you to have some fun with someone. But as we said, I don't know why I feel like it's complicated, but that may just be a frame of mind and how you're thinking about it, but it's actually quite simple. There's a song that's coming through. It's Lauryn Hill, Nothing Even Matters. Check that song out. And lastly, I want to look at the identifiers that came out for your read. Libra, Aries, we said that. October, you could be dealing with someone whose name starts with an S, T, or a U, or your name may. We got green eyes, the number 1. Speaking of independence, Taurus, blue eyes, and Virgo. So there's quite a bit of people in the reading. I want to just pull a couple cards for the. Let's take a look at the Emperor. The Tower, the Ten of Swords. Somebody's definitely a game changer. Change maker. Nine of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Four of Wands. This is very positive energy. I do think that there's a lot of change that's happening this month for the better. If you are dealing with an Aries specifically, I think that this is a very positive element to have in your life, a very positive person. And we'll take a look at the Devil card. Someone also very intuitive as well. This person has an exceptional moral compass. Clarifying the Devil card, we got the Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. That love interest that we were talking about could definitely be a Capricorn. Could also be a Cancer or a Pisces. All right, this is a juicy reading, Leo, but this is what I have for you. If it resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.